Hello and welcome back. This is module 3, your website outline. This one's a lot of fun. We start to really see the vision come together here. And we're going to use those 3 to 5 examples that you drummed up in the previous section. So pull up those 3 to 5 website tabs that you opened up last time. People that you find inspiring, or what you might consider, competitors. There's no competition when we're all doing our authentic, unique thing, but that's what, they might be known as, some people in the same industry. Long-winded way of saying I believe in cooperation over competition, but if you're here, I feel like you believe the same thing. So look at your inspiring website examples, and is it really clear what they want you to do, that one thing that they're inviting you to do when you go to their website? Are they blatantly saying, book a discovery call with me? Are they saying, try my first session for free, for example, something along those lines? That would be their primary call to action. Are they inviting you to come to a yoga class? Are they saying, view my schedule? Do they really want you on their newsletter? Is that the number one and major thing that they're saying? So take note of what each of these people are inviting you to do on their website as their primary call to action. So record what these examples are clearly asking as their action that you take, if there is one. And then write down what you think your number one thing you'd like people to do is. Do you want them to view your schedule? Do you want them to book a discovery call? Do you want them to join your newsletter? Whatever that might be, even just contact me for more info. Whatever it is that you want the user to do, write that down. Also, on these 3 to 5 examples, notice what their main structure of their website is by checking out the menu at the top of the website. The menu might just be one button. It might just be contact and home, for example. It might be a single page long form website with anchor links, might be multiple pages. So take note of what these people have done for their website outline or the pages that are on their website, and write down exactly which pages they use. And then compare that to your offers and services. So what pages do you require on your website? I'm going to show you a couple of examples on screen share, and also show you how I made the website outline for Carly EM Creative, my creative offering that came together in 3 weeks or less in 2021. You can use this structure and format to create your own custom website pages outline. And I will also be sure that all of these questions and steps are written out in detail below the video, so that if you're more of a visual person, you can have a record of exactly what to do as well. Here's my creative offering that was launched in 2021. This was the first iteration. I am definitely ready for a rewrite and rebrand, but it came through me and it was something that just felt so natural to share. And I have a definitely clearly defined user journey and call to action that you'll notice when you read through. So it's a personal brand, welcome to my creative outlet. I am passionate about sharing your purpose. I help entrepreneurs and individuals put their best foot forward online through affordable WordPress website creation and training. Over the year and a half that I've been offering this, my offerings have expanded. I've worked on Wix, Squarespace, and Kajabi, but I came out into the world with a niche, and I'm ready to rejig it a year later, and that is perfectly okay, and I think the best way to do things. So how to get started? Number 1, compile your content. That's what those first 3 people that came to me were able to do. They could bring me a branding package, a Google Doc, and some stock photography and a headshot, and I could get their website up in a day. So that was the inspiration for my entire offering. And I have a download PDF call to action. First of all, step 2, book a call with me. And step 3, co-creation begins. So there's my call to action banner again. Get started. Download the website list of needs PDF. Get started today. So that's what I want people to do, is I want them to download this PDF. Then I have my services detailed. You can learn more about each of these. And I have some portfolio pieces. Later in the year, I was able to add testimonials. And then later as well, I added a community section, which was the actual inspiration for Aeracura Creative. There's a way to contact me. So if you look at my menu, which is hiding in this hamburger icon here, I have home, services, community, and contact. We go to my services page. Then anyone who wanted to know more about each of those services can read more. My rates, if people want to know more about your services and they're looking for your pricing, they're gonna go further into your website. So my rates are there. And a form as well for a quote, for a project quote. Request a quote was on my menu before, and it brought people to an anchor link here. But I took that off when I added community. I still wanted people to, start with the download, which also was my way of capturing leads. Contact, it just brings you back to the home page to an anchor link, which you can see by the hashtag contact me, and to the single contact form on my website. So if you click on my call to action, get started today, it brings you to a landing page where people have to enter their email address in order to get that PDF. So my call to action was a freebie. My freebie was a guide of everything you need to put on your website. And that was my goal, is collecting leads and seeing, who would opt in. And if people could bring me that package, bing, bang, boom, we have you launched in a day. And so that is an example of what you might look at when you're looking at your inspiration and what other people are doing. I also have my portfolio here, so I can kind of show you, on this website, book a chemistry call in the top corner is her call to action. It's right on it's above the fold. It's one of the first things you see. Then on Haley's Secret over here, that blue button for class schedule is her, primary call to action. She uses view my schedule in a few places. On Structura Consulting, we had work with me or hire me, 2 buttons above the fold there. Above the fold is what you see before you scroll on the website. So that's what she wanted people to do, was hire me or work with me. And that would bring them to contacting her. So take a look around out there, see how people have structured their websites and how that compares to what you need. And then we're going to get into Google Docs next. Here's how Carly EM Creative came together, and here's the writing portion. So my idea was downloaded when I was driving down the highway, and I just came up with it. And then as soon as I had time, not while I was driving, obviously, I just did an initial mind dump. Carly EM Creative Quickie WordPress website setup. So this was my very first version of what I wanted to offer with Carly EM Creative. As you can see, there's lots of Grammarly recommendations. I didn't fix it. I just left it the way it was. I do recommend ignoring any Grammarly or spell check when you're doing your first mind dump, and just getting it out and expressing it out in the way that it's flowing. That's your intuitive flow coming through. So I couldn't tell you if much of this made it onto my final iteration, but it was the expression that inspired my whole website. Now, generally, there is a website outline that will fit most service-based website needs. So I'm going to make sure to link this Google Doc link so that you can download it or PDF in some way, I'll make sure you have this general website copy list, and then you can customize your copy list based off of this. So what you would have already done by now is define what pages other people use in their primary call to action, and then written what you think you need. What's your primary call to action? What do you want people to do on your website? And what are your page needs? So you want an about page, that's a page need. You want a services page, you could write contact, just need link, for example. You don't need a whole contact page, depending on what your service and offering is that's unique to everyone. So generally, the tagline, which we defined in your brand essence workbook, your contact information and any social media links would be throughout the site in the header, the footer. It's just information that you're going to need to have. Then here we have the mission statement that came up in your brand essence as well. A shorter about blurb for the homepage, leading to a full description on the about page. Your service offerings with a short description of each, leading users to read more. The call to action here. And then whatever other pages you need. So I took my initial mind dump. I took this general service-based website copy list, and then I customized it. So I added in all of my links and things. I filled out the mission, the about blurb, a few more bullet points, the services, and fleshing it out a little bit more within this structure is what led me to be able to then create based on a template. And that's the real easy button for this whole process, is finding a template that you can plug your content into and then allowing it to flow from there. I brought up a few web pages, and I'll make sure to link these in comments as well. So now we'll look at a few sources of templates that you can explore. And please do check in with me about which type of website builder to use. There's a video coming out soon, or depending on when you watch this, it might be published already, about how to choose your website builder, how to choose which of the many, many options to go with. The idea is to provide a page-by-page content outline for what you will eventually put on your website. And it's hard to visualize what that's going to look like without, having the visuals to go with it, we'll say. So there's plenty of resources online that you can find website templates, and depending on which website builder you opt to go with, such as Wix or Squarespace, WordPress or Showit, a lot of these website builders will come with pre-designed templates. When you've done your personal branding homework, when you've done your brand essence homework, and you do your imagery homework, you can then download a template onto your website and then completely customize it so no one knows it's a template. Insert your essence. But use what's out there for you. That's generally how I do a website in 8 hours or less, is because I find a template that's, somewhat close to the structure that I want, and then I add sections to the template that's already there, and so on and so forth. It'll come together much more easily once you have your template downloaded. You can start plugging things in, customizing, and going from there. It's not a linear process that I initially, was hoping that it would be. It is definitely a very circular, swirly, twisty, wild process of getting this stuff out of you, getting these words expressed and visualized and published. So here I've pulled over a Wix templates library. So you can browse the different, wellness templates, sports and fitness templates that they have. And you can kind of see like, okay, I want a section that's a full width image and my tagline. And then, I want a section that is about with one paragraph. And you can really start filling in your Google Doc with your sections alongside a visual based on a template that you can literally use for free. So Wix has a huge library of templates. So does Squarespace as well. And you can preview the full template, view demo site, and see how they're doing things. Here's a cooking school. There's their get started call to action there. And on the classes page, you can see, okay, this page needs a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 page, a 7-word page heading. There's their get started, $15 a month again. So you can really start to fine tune and get more and more specific after you know sort of the general outline of your website. Then go to, the next stage in your website development journey, figure out which service suits your needs the best. And from there, you can start plugging things in and customizing in a very visual, tangible way. From mind dump to a copywriting general page needs outline to filling that in, we then found a template. I, used their heading structure, paragraph structure, chose my own sections, designed my own page. And here's the last step in your copywriting flow. Always, always, always keep a backup. So that initial, how many pages? 8-page exploration turned into this one here, which is 27 pages. Always keep a backup of your website written content so that you can tweak it offline, tweak it in Google Docs, brainstorm, expand, and then plug it into the new site. Or also, if you're writing directly on the site, which I did with a lot of this, I wanted the paragraphs to be generally the same size, same amount of words. So once I got my template going, I started writing in the template. Every time I finished a section, I would copy it and paste it into my copywriting backup. So here we have another heading on my summary tab, copywriting backup. It's literally a copy and paste of what's on my website. And that's so that if you're working away at this for an hour and a half and you forget to hit save and the website goes down or your computer battery dies, you don't lose everything you've done. If your website crashes, for example, you don't lose everything. So a backup is just for peace of mind. I've been working on websites and had the page crash or something many times and lost an hour of flowing writing work. So just do yourself a favor and keep a backup. Then, I am fully ready to expand and rewrite and rebrand my entire offering. So it would work really well for me to, create a new version 3 of my Carly EM creative offering and start fresh again. But this is the home of all of my website writing. On the very top, I have a few pages of handy links so that every time I refer to something in the copywriting, like, download PDF, I can just pop in here and get the link for that landing page. So a link list is something that will really expedite your flow. I have my site pages and 2022 ideas from before. So, just a place to organize your thoughts, a landing page idea, structure, and then I have, this is a repeat from over here. But let these free software and systems be your friend, put some structure to your intuitive flow and create that outline, fill in the gaps, fill in the holes, and really start to see it come together. So I hope that that is exciting, structured, and organized and easy for you to understand. Please do reach out for clarification if anything isn't landing with you. I'm always available for consultations in addition to this class. So I'm here to support you. I'm here for a second set of eyes. So let's get to it and enjoy the process. We'll see you next time in Module 4, where we talk a little bit more about voice and tone.